Okay, good morning. I'm going to give just about 10 seconds here, 10, 20 seconds, so that we can get some folks on here live with us this morning. It is Wednesday morning. You are here inside of High Performer Lifestyle. I am Jessica Perez-Beebe. If you haven't met me, I know we have some new folks coming in who are signing up for the Not Born to Be Average show, which is so awesome. It's such a great show. I cannot wait to share it with you guys. If you have not signed up, make sure that you do go to notborntobeaverage.com, because even if you're in my group or you're already on my email list, you actually do have to sign up in order to see the show, right? I'm not just, I don't send it out to you unless you sign up. Good morning, Catherine. Good morning, Rosemary. I know there's a couple other people on, but I can't see them right now. So this morning, we're going to talk about money. We're going to talk about money and spending and your spending power, the power that you have with spending your money. And, you know, money can be a hot topic, meaning a touchy topic for some people. And it doesn't have to be, right? You get to reclaim, we talked about last week, reclaiming your money story so that you have power over it and it doesn't have power over you. The beautiful thing about being a human with free will, being an adult, is that at any time in our life, at any point in our life, we can make a very conscious decision that we want to create a different result. And so therefore we get to do things in a different way. Does that make sense to you? Good morning, Linda. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So I did a whole training on this topic a year ago, and I couldn't find my notes. I was looking for my notes, but I'm going to pull out what I recall was really the most impactful for those who took the training, and also just going to talk into what it is I know that you guys who've been showing up here really need to hear. So as I get started, please, when you jump on, whether you're live right now, hi, Isidro, buenos dias. It's so good to see you. Good morning, Sandra. How's the training going? So as you're jumping on, let me know, what is your story around money, right? Like, just drop a word in. Do you feel free around money? Do you feel restricted? Do you feel fearful? Do you feel abundant? Do you feel poor? How do you feel around money? I think that's important. So let me see that in the comments so I can speak into that. So a couple of days ago, or maybe a week ago, I spoke on here, we were talking about your money story, and I said how important it is, and I just came up with this on the fly, so it gets to be my phrase, how important it is to not Walmart shop your personal and professional development, right? What does that mean? It means it's really important that you're not discount shopping for the things that are going to make the most difference in your life, your personal development, your spiritual development, your professional and business development, right? So I think you guys can get that, right? You get that when it comes to you developing yourself as a person, right? But do you also get that in all the other areas of your life? Do you also get that in all the other areas of your life? That how you spend on yourself, how you use your money is reflected in your life. It's reflected in your life, and it's also a reflection. It's a reflection of how you feel about yourself, a reflection of your confidence, a reflection of your self-love, right? Do you discount everything for you, right? Are you the last person on your list that gets to be cared for, that gets to have the nice things, the good things, the quality things? I spoke to someone recently who said to me, and I when she said this, I totally got it. when she said to me, you know what, I am ready to start dressing really well, to wear makeup, to have my hair look nice. Like, I get to show up on the outside for my community and my followers as a reflection of what I feel inside now. Right? So she said to me, nowadays, I feel, beautiful. And this is a woman who is well into her 60s, an amazing woman that has so many gifts and talents to share with her clients and community. And she said, I now feel beautiful. I now feel healthy. I'm working out for the first time in my life, right? Never too late to make a change. Working out for the first time in her life in her 60s, right? My client Sandra's on here. She's going to be turning 50 and next year, which is when she's going to be doing her very first bikini competition, right? So like, you never know who you're influencing, right? I'm a professional physique athlete. And so, right, when you are showing up as your authentic self and taking risks, like we said yesterday, and putting it yourself out there, it has a positive impact on other people. And if you can focus on the fact that, what you're doing, the risk that you're taking, tying this into this, the risk that you're taking in life, if you stop worrying about the naysayers and you stop worrying about, the people that are going to judge you, and you focus just on you being authentically you, right? Connecting to what it is you truly desire, and know that that has a positive ripple effect out into the world and to those who are following you, right? Because that's what really matters. That's where you really get to put your focus, right? Where you put your attention is where you create more of that result. So getting back to this lovely woman that I had a Vivid Vision session with, she said to me, that's how I see myself, in 3 years. I see myself looking better than I ever have. I see myself wearing really nice, expensive, good clothing. I see myself, being well taken care of. And the reason that was so pivotal for her, and I knew that she was having a really important shift, is because when you start to desire for yourself good things, great things that make you feel good and look good, how you feel is important. And you write this down. This is so key. You actually create your feelings. You create your feelings. And so I teach something called a tricky triad. And the premise is, whatever you're thinking on a repetitive basis turns into what you believe, right? Which turns into your mindset, of course, but your thoughts become your beliefs. You back it up with your language. There's your 3. And in the middle is your feelings. Those things generate and create your feelings. And so you can change your feelings at any moment about anything by changing your thoughts, therefore your belief and the language that you're using, whether it's verbal or nonverbal, to enforce that. And so having this conversation with her, and I said to her, I acknowledged her, you are at a shift, because you are now realizing your own worth. And when you know your worth, you do not bargain shop through your life. When you know your worth, right? So it doesn't matter how poor or wealthy you are, right? Abundance is a mindset. Abundance is a mindset. There are people I know who have lots of money. They don't have an abundant mindset because they're so afraid of losing their money that they're hanging on so tight. And they're so identified by it. And then there are people that I know who have very little money, relatively speaking. And you know what? They have an abundant mindset, and I can see it reflected in their life. They may not have a lot of things, but they have quality things. They may not spend frivolously, but you know what they do? They spend on great clothes, on a good car. They spend on, nice, beautiful things in their home. They spend on their personal development, their professional development, right? So what is it that you spend most of your money on? And how is that enhancing or not enhancing the quality of your life? How is that? There's so many people that I speak to, that I come across. You know these people as well. I hope you're not one of them, who are pinching pennies in every single area of their life that you are screaming in the back of your mind for them not to, because you know that that's what's holding them back. Yet they're spending money on other stuff that is not actually giving them the life that they desire. So ask yourself, whatever it is that you desire. So some of you, here are entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs, and you have desires of, six-figure business, multiple six-figure business, seven-figure business. You have desires of speaking on stages, of influencing all these people, of being an influencer, of being a motivator, someone who inspires and leads. Well, ask yourself, how does that version of you, how does that highest version of you in all of that shine, right? In all of that confidence and influence, how does that person shop? How does that person think about money? How does that person walk into a store? Or how does that person approach, hiring a coach or hiring a mentor or a teacher for something, right? Or investing? How does that person think about that? Do you think that a person like that thinks about it with fear and discount, right? Like, I'm going to shop for the cheapest coach, or I'm going to shop for the cheapest trainer. I'm going to shop for, the cheapest clothes. I don't think so, right? So I, myself personally, this has always been my experience. No matter how little money that I had, I always thought abundantly. And I had to teach myself. So I don't want to say always, but for a really long time. Right? I had to teach myself that, because I was surrounded by people, like many of you are growing up, who did not think abundantly, right? And who were afraid of putting out money because they were afraid more wasn't going to come back. Or when they did spend money, they spent it with fear or with, resentment. And I've learned along the way that whenever I go into something, whenever I purchase something, whenever I sign up for something, I'm looking for the best. And guess what? That reflects around me in my life. Because what you expect is what you get. So if you're bargain shopping everything, and some things can be bargain shopped, right? I'm buying Halloween candy for the trick-or-treaters. I go to the dollar store, okay? But I'm not getting my linens there. Now, that is not a knock on anyone who can't afford something, right? Like anyone who is in a situation, this is how I grew up my whole life, right? But it doesn't mean that you've got to bargain shop your way through every area of your life, not the important ones, right? Not the important ones. Think about Black Friday. Black Friday is coming up. I just sent an email out to my list about this, right? And I'm going to share it with you. You know what happens on Black Friday. You get a ton of sales thrown at you, right? In your inbox, it means you get way too many emails from way too many people who you haven't even heard from in months, right? All trying to lure you in with their limited time offer. Guess what? It's BS. It's BS. You'll get something that says the offer is good for 24 hours. It ends in 2 hours. Then you'll get another email. Have you ever gotten an email like this that says, oh, wait, yesterday the link was broken, so we're opening up the offer again for the next 5 hours. Someone just sent me an email and said the link was broken. Oops, sorry. That's a lie. I fell for that before too, before I got into online business and knew what was happening on the back end. I don't like to lie. I do not lie. I do not like to be lied to, so I keep it real, right? So the truth is, I was saying in this email, I love a Black Friday deal. I love a deal or a bargain as much as the next person, but there's no way I'm bargain shopping for things that are going to really matter in my life, that are going to move my business forward, that are going to move my marriage forward, that are going to support the growth of my family, my children, my fitness, my food, right? Like, are you bargain shopping even the food that you put in your body? What do you think that means, right? If you're getting the cheapest of everything, it might make you feel good for a minute, because you feel like you're saving on something, but you're not. You're telling yourself energetically that I'm cheap. I'm not worth saving up money to really get something of high quality. You're saying I'm not worth investing in, a coach that is this much money because that's how valuable her knowledge and experience is versus I'm going to work with this person because they're only a couple $100. The first time I ever hired a business coach, his name was Sean Greeley, one of the best, still to this day, I follow a ton of the stuff that I learned from him. He was my business coach. He is a coach for fitness entrepreneurs. But when I hired him, I could not afford him. I could not, quote unquote, afford him. But my mindset is so solid and so abundant that I knew he was the type of person I wanted influencing my mind for what I was creating. And so I knew that I would make a way. And I knew that if I told myself and the universe and God that I was worth this investment because I was going to turn around and turn it into something really meaningful in my community and the people that I was going to hire, and that I was going to make money and make return on my investment, and I was going to be personally responsible for it, right? How you spend your money is you showing personal responsibility, right? For how you put the money out, how it's going to come back to you, right? So when I was able to tell myself that, it was easy for me to then make that investment and to actually get the return on it pretty quickly. But I wasn't even attached to how quickly it was going to come. You see what I'm saying? So there is a power in you realizing that you have the power over money and it doesn't have the power over you. Right? So I don't care to spend money on more stuff I don't need because it's on sale for Black Friday. I mean, I go out and buy what I want when I want anyway. I've been blessed to have created that opportunity for me, right? It wasn't always that way, but I still found a way. Even when I wasn't making great money, or I wasn't married to someone who was making great money as well. My husband and I have created an incredible life for ourselves, but that's something that I had to work at consistently and believe for and see for and feel for. But even before all of that, I always found a way to get like the nicest little meal at a restaurant, or, to move up to first class. Somehow I would be able to manifest that at different moments, right? Like there was always a way because of the way that I thought, that I attracted opportunities and friends and situations where I got to be in abundance. And once you start to experience that, you realize how great that feels. And it gets to become an act of self-love and nurturing for yourself. It's not about gluttony, right? And so we've got to stop putting labels on, expensive, cheap, and when it comes to you, when it comes to what you're investing in for you, right? Do you want to cheapen your experience, or do you want it to be an abundant experience, right? So I value personal development over personal things. I value personal development over personal things, even though I love beautiful things, right? I like to invest versus spend. There's a big difference. So when you are thinking about, purchases that are going to really mean something for your life, right? Whether that's getting an advisor, a financial advisor, whether that's getting a business coach, a life coach, a mindset coach, a fitness trainer, right? Like there's a difference between going down to the 24/7 gym. I'm trying to think of the name of it. I can't think of it right now, but think of the real big gym, the 24-hour gym, Globo gym in your community. That's $29 a month. Believe me, there is a huge difference between going there and having a trainer there than there is going to another gym that really specializes, has real certified trainers, not weekend trainers, where you're going to be spending maybe $100 a month, right? The gym that I had in my community was the most expensive gym in the community. And I remember when I started that business, the what do you call that? The industry standard in business, in local business, is to shop around and compare prices, right? Meaning I'm supposed to set my membership fees based on making it competitive with everyone else. I never fell for that, ever. In fact, I had blinders on to what every other gym was doing and selling and charging, because that did not matter to me. We had the most highest level qualified, experienced trainers in our facility. We set ourselves apart. We charged the most amount of money because we attracted people who were really there to invest in their fitness, in their health, in making real progress. They were in it for the long haul, right? They weren't signing up at some, $30 Globo gym and only going 2 times a year, right? Because when you're only spending that much money, you don't give a crap if you go or not. But if you're spending $150, $170 a month like you were at my center, you're going to show up for yourself. That's the same for you in your life. Do you guys get this? Is this landing with you? Is it landing with you? So going back to Black Friday, the truth about Black Friday sales, most of them, is they're all about the person making the offer. It's all about what they can get out of it, how many sales they can get. It's not about you and it's not about me. And so to my email list, what I said to them is, listen, I actually want to make you a very special discounted offer during Black Friday. I want to, because people, are in that mode to purchase and to, take a step forward, and, they get in that holiday spirit, right? But I don't want to just throw something at somebody and slap a sticker on it, that they're not even going to use because it's just, so low marked down, or it's flashy, right? Like, that's not going to move your life forward in any way, right? I have a personal responsibility as a coach and as a leader in my community to deliver something of value, something that's actually going to work, right, for you. So what I asked my list to do, and I'll throw it in here for you guys too, is I created like a little survey with 2 questions. I asked them, what is it that you actually want? What would you like me to present you with? What would make the biggest difference for you? And so I have 2 specific questions that helps me get feedback on that. That's important for you. When you're looking at Black Friday deals that come into your inbox this year, ask yourself, how does this move me forward to the goal that I have? Or it could be as simple as, hey, is it something that I really want and I have the money for, and I feel really great about it? That's fine. But I'm telling you, if it has to do with your personal development, your professional development, do not Walmart shop it. You also don't want to trust somebody who's constantly discounting their professional services. It's a sign of them being really fearful and having a scarcity mindset around money and around their value. And you do not want to attract that kind of energy. You don't want to be led by that kind of energy. You don't want to be influenced by that kind of energy. That is why I only hire the best. And I only hire people that I can see have solid mindsets, have an abundant mindset, and are really honest and transparent as much as I can tell. Because that's the kind of energy that I want in my life. That's how you can use your buying power to create massive results in your life. You could spend 5 years just bargain shopping trainers and coaches, right? And investments in your business. And guess what? For 5 years, you're hardly going to move the needle forward. Your personal development is going to be the same as it was 5 years ago, or just slightly more improved. Whereas if you had the value in yourself to invest fully at one moment, or in this moment, you could completely quantum leap where you're going to be in 1 year. So think about that. Think about that. I know the kind of Black Friday deals that I'll be looking for. I like some great numerology readings and things like that. And if there's an opportunity for me to jump into something, or absorb something that my coach or one of my other mentors is offering, then I step into that. Everything else that's going to be coming through my email, I hold down the delete button. So I don't want you to hold down the delete button if I send you an offer or if I post one here. So I'm going to put the link to the survey here. I just put the link to the survey down in the comments section. Take a couple of seconds, like maybe 1 minute. There's literally 2 questions. As soon as you take that survey, you'll see it right, it popped up right now. As soon as you take that survey, I'll automatically put you in a drawing for a $50 Amazon card because I'm feeling super generous, right? But take that quick survey for me. I would so appreciate it. It will give me feedback on what is it that you would like to see if you were intending to, purchase something for Black Friday. So I hope this supported you guys. Let me know what you thought and what resonated with you. Let me know what landed for you. And I will see you mañana, same time, live at 6:45. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.